It was in the summer of 1944 that I was recruited by my father to become part of the local security forces, of which he was already a member. This was in my hometown of Galway. I was then 12 years of age, and my part was to be a messenger. And I was told to bring my bicycle with me to the first meeting, which was held, ironically, in the British Legion Hall and on the Father Griffin Road. Now, Father Griffin had been murdered by the British, by the Black and Tans, in the War for Independence. We were lectured by the local superintendent of the Gardaí, who told us and being a crowd of young fellows of the same age, about 15 of us altogether, that we were now engaging in important national work, and that we would behave in a manner fitting to that situation. We all knew that about the war. We had some small taste of it in the fact that occasionally aircraft from Britain or Germany would pass overhead, sometimes very low when there was a dogfight going on between them, but that was not very often. What we did know, and what I had seen myself, was an explosion in the bay when a mine shattered a trawler that was fishing there. Anyway, the war we knew, and what we feared was that it would inadvertently come to our country. In any case, we were told what we had to do, and it was to take messages from one place to another in the hope that we would successfully manage that. The bicycles were to be used for that purpose, and in our practice runs, we often met one another on the road, and we would cheerfully greet one another as we passed. We were asked to find a suitable hiding place on our bicycles for any messages that we were supposed to take. And while some of them used the handlebars of their bicycles for that purpose, others put the message under their saddle, and I had what I thought was an ingenious place to hide it, was in the pump of the bicycle. And of course, that message came out a bit early, but legible all the same. That hiding place was regarded as one of the best thoughts that we had about hiding messages. But the reality of war pressed on us very much, and in a way we took our duty seriously. My father was given a gun. He'd already used a shotgun for game, and it was quite heavy, and he hid it in the wardrobe upstairs in our house. I knew this, and without his knowledge I had often shown the gun, as boys will, to my other friends and impressed them with its size and just generally what it could do. We learned also how to march, and that was easy enough for us because in the school which I attended, the national school, we used to have drill every Friday in our schoolyard. And it was a matter of forming fours, and we were given 2 flags which we used just to make it a bit colourful, I suppose. But it was quite impressive, and it was often used, or we were often used for displays before football matches, apparently to keep the fans amused for a while before the match started. Anyway, our trainer for the marching was the same man as we had at school. He was a former army man, and so the marching we enjoyed, the flag waving and so on was part of the fun, and altogether it was a pleasant part of our training. We also learned how to read maps, a facility that stood me well over the years, and perhaps other things as well. But we also had rationing, and in our household we were all given separate vessels in which to hold our rations. There was one for butter and another for sugar and so on. At that time, my grandmother came to stay with us, and she also was given a ration of food. And I remember one day my father played a trick on his mother by making a plaster dog turd and colouring it brown. And this he left on top of her sugar. When she opened the press to get it out, she nearly exploded and claimed that the sugar wasn't hers, it was somebody else's, and where was her sugar? So my father had to remove the turd and offer her his own bowl of sugar to assuage his mother. There was just one other thing from my time as a messenger for the Defence Forces. To keep us amused, they used to have small dramas and question time. And I remember there was a prize in the question time of £0.50 for the winner. And in the final, the question that I answered, and which nobody else had an answer to, was how do you milk a goat? Well, I had the advantage that I had seen a woman doing so only a short time before. And I said, a goat is milked from behind. And that was something that city boys wouldn't have known, but I was lucky enough to have met the woman who did it. And in fact, my father said to me afterwards that even he wouldn't have known how to milk a goat. Shin shin. Mm-hmm.